and then taking actual partnership and leadership and doing work to work on an agenda attachment electronic system that Mark Hennessy took the lead on. It takes a website that we actually use to post jobs and to let people know about volunteer opportunities, like we are for the Paths for Bethlehem right now. It takes me really doing what I say, and that is, no one needs an appointment to see me, and everyone can see me or call me. If I'm there, you've got my attention. This is the first of the slides where there's a lot there. I'd ask you to consider it. I'll mention one or two things. In transparency, in participation, the advocacy things that we do as a town board and I do as a supervisor are important for you to know. Whether I'm asking County Executive Mike Breslin to consider the impact of budget actions on our town of Bethlehem, which was done, and Mike certainly supported that, and so did Rich Mendit. Whether I'm reaching out and writing a letter with the support of my town board to keep Thatcher Park and other parks open, or doing other advocacy things, that's important. Partnering with the Federal Job Corps of 144, something that Greg Sackendorf has already implemented, where we've got young people coming to work in our highway garage. It's saving us money and giving those folks a job. That's the sort of stuff Bethlehem is doing. I have said, and I truly mean, people are our most important product in Bethlehem and anywhere. We have an engaged and involved town board. When we focus on policy and focus on program and debate that and disagree about that and express our views, that's exactly what we should be doing. And I'm proud of the way the board, the town staff, and I have come together in that regard. When I have a deputy supervisor who, for no money, spends lots of hours each week advising, giving me information, taking on challenges, being involved with the town staff on more than a dozen key projects, that is building capacity in our people. This is the slide that demonstrates the principles that have driven us in the past, over the past year, and that which will drive us in the future. I will not be changing these principles, at least as I see it. Fiscal responsibility, quality of life, and excellence in government. It's a balance, but that's where we will continue to drive. There are trade-offs, but we will move forward in those directions. The first thing I want to mention under fiscal sustainability for Bethlehem is our budget. I've seen every other budget that's been adopted around us. I know what we did to hammer ours out. It was not a perfect document. I learned a lot about the process, but we have a budget that is fiscally responsible, that thinks of the future, that was respectful of our staff and acknowledging that without them, we don't go anywhere, that saved $1.3 million, that kept our tax levy increase at zero, that built in a capital plan. And I have to tell you, when you have 5 members coming together to put all that together and then say, this is a solid budget, there's not everything that we wanted in there, and we all have different perspectives, but we strongly support it, that's a lot. There are many other examples throughout the year where town staff, town board, and others have gotten together to either generate income, recoup monies, or cut costs that saved us an additional $1 million, if you will, beyond the $1.3 million that we committed to in the budget. These are the sort of things that we've been doing. These things take time. They take involvement. Bethlehem will never forget the quality of life issue. The people in Bethlehem want good quality of life for their families, for their children, And as we are fiscally prudent, it's expected that we will keep the quality of life things clearly in our mind. I believe the town board and I are committed to do that. Some of the quality initiatives, Paths for Bethlehem, which I'll speak more about, which was recommended to the town board in terms of implementation actions this year to improve the quality of environment, to have a trail system, to have a method for evaluating where we put sidewalks, to connect our neighborhoods, is a piece of the action that went forward. The Delaware Hamlet Enhancement Study has also been approved by the town board. We will now start moving forward on implementing that and development in our town. Folks, I go back 30 years to an organization called LUMAC, Land Use Management Advisory Committee, and Bethlehem Citizens for Responsible Planning, where we advocated for open space and planning. That will not be forgotten here, but one of the ways we're going to get there is to understand we have a comprehensive plan, we need to implement that, and yes, we need to do some economic development to get us streams of income to do what we want. So we need to be right-sized and balanced and diversified in our housing and our development. Some of the things that were done by the Paths for Bethlehem Committee. And by the way, we still have some openings on that committee. It's posted on our website, so if you have an interest, send in a letter or a resume to me. We've even gone so far as gotten a grant for bike racks around town. We're a long way from implementing all of the Delaware Avenue corridor recommendations. Some are very costly, but we can begin, and we can creatively do some things now that don't cost a lot of money. And in case you're wondering, no, I did not put together this PowerPoint. Whatever skill set I have, it doesn't go there. So I want to thank Rob Leslie for all of the work that he did, and also others did too, working on this presentation. Thanks, Rob. Sidewalks. We did a couple of good ones this year. Before we do more, we're going to have to run them through our evaluation system to see if it's the cost-effective way to go. Sidewalks are expensive, but we got a couple in where they're needed. Planning Board has approved some developments. They are diversified. They are not just single 4-bedroom homes. They're what the community needs. Kendall Square is the development that is at the corner of Ellesmere Avenue and Furbush Road. You know there was a lot of controversy over that one, a lot of discussion, but I've never seen the town come together and debate issues so well. And even though there's still some discontent with that project, as it gets developed, I think the people that are living in Walden Fields and right there will say, that's a good addition to the community. Let's give it a little time. It's balanced, it's appropriate, it was called for in the comprehensive plan, and good work is being done. Lessons Corners, that is another one. They had a lot of discussions about it. There were over 20 public meetings on that. You know what? Balance was there. Some, if you will, commercial development, a gas station that was proposed to be there was taken out. The town worked well with the people and with the developer. That's what's supposed to happen. The Eddy, 2 10,000 square foot new facilities for intensive care are being built to care for people with special needs. There are many other examples I should show you. The Gables, right across the street here. People are already lining up to purchase places there, I guess, to buy a condominium in the Gables. It's located in central Del Mar here. It's going to be accessible to many things. Flip and Kill on Fisher Boulevard. That's an interesting one. It'll have large lots, 5-acre lots, estate lots if you will, 3 and 4 bedroom home lots. It'll have condominiums.